Hello, this is Åsa with a new process video. Today I'm making use of these two wonderful photos from the harbor of the village where my mom lives. Saying it is a village, during the winter there aren't very many people there. The people living there all year round, they aren't very many. But during the summer, it kind of explodes and they get lots of tourists. So the harbor, it is huge compared with the size of the village. But there are lots of summer houses and those kind of areas around. So it definitely brings a lot of people during summer. And this summer that passed, 2016, there were special guests. When we went to visit my mom, that kind of was the same week that one of hubby's cousins were getting married, and they happened to get married close to where mom lives. And hubby's parents were going there for the wedding, and they took their time to drop by and say hi while we were at mom's place. And then hubby went to the wedding as well. The plan was that I was going to the wedding, but things doesn't always go as planned, and I didn't get the opportunity to actually go. I was really sad because I had bought a new dress and I wanted to wear it. Yeah, it was one of those moments, but life wanted differently, and I stayed with the kids instead. And but this moment on here by the bridge where hubby's parents are visiting, it was a really nice moment and a nice memory, and I got really beautiful photos of them and the kids. So this is the page where I will remember that they came visiting us. And I'm going to use mostly the By the Sea collection by my mind's eye, and the background page is from there, and I'm also going to use pages from the 6x6 paper pad. And I'm also going to make my own huge embellishment for this page, and I'm going to use some of the die cuts. So pretty much it's a By the Sea layout with additions from my collection, from my stash, and also some that I made myself. This border, or this paper that I'm matting the photo onto, it was just one from my 6x6 storage or stash. I have a box where I place leftover 6x6 papers in. When there's only a little left in the pad, I color sort them and place them in a special box. The contents of that box is constantly growing, so I'm always pleased when I remember to use papers from that box instead of bringing out new ones from the more recent collections. I'm placing a sailing boat paper as a second photo mat under the photo, and it's from the collection. The large decoration element that I'm going to make is a navigation mark, and perhaps you remember that I told you that I was going to explore and kind of make use of all the symbols that I can find, that I can come up with from the coastal region. And I used the life buoy, and now I'm going for the navigation mark, or a buoy beacon. And I'm going to use that red portion that was cut out when I made the life buoy, and use that for the navigation mark. So this is scrap, like I'm using up the scrap pieces that were still on my desk. This portion of the video is sped up times 8 because it took forever, and I was drawing and erasing, and for a while there I thought that I was going to just let the idea go because it took forever. So I'm keeping all of the footage that I have from the process, but I'm making it a lot faster. I looked up photo reference from online just to see that I was remembering correctly the navigation mark that I wanted to copy, and then I tried to make that work with the piece of paper that I had. But sometimes the idea is so simple, and when you're actually going to do it, it becomes a lot less simple, or it becomes really difficult. And here I have problems with proportions, and I have also problems with keeping my lines straight on this round piece. So I taped it down to the desk for it to stay still, and then I'm making lines where I could cut, and then I didn't want too many lines, and yeah, I redid this over and over again. But finally now I'm done, and I'm making my cuts, and yeah, sooner or later you'll see where I'm going with this, because yeah, now it looks like I'm throwing away half of them, but I'm actually keeping them so that I will get the correct distance between them. I think that the projects that I'm doing right now, it gives so much back to me, because I just love these photos, and the environment by the coast, it means so much to me. So by exploring these symbols that are so dear to me and including them in my scrapbooking, I'm kind of reliving the moments of the photos, and I'm feeling that I get to express my love for the coast and for the whole environment there, and it's given me a lot of peace recently. I do have new photos waiting from another part of the coast of the world, and I don't know if I will start using them right away. I have chosen a lot of papers for my vacation photos from Canary Islands, but I'm not really done with the Swedish coast yet. I will always come back to those kind of pages, but I'll see when I'll start with the more tropic photos. Now it's done. I just took a piece of cardboard there and made the actual the piece that holds everything together, and I took away every second of those red stripes, and now my navigation mark is done. I will make the actual pole that it sits on a bit longer in just a little bit. I was reluctant of how to do that, but finally I come up with a nice idea. So now it's time to put everything together on the page. And I'm using that little striped piece there as a continuation of the photo block, just to bridge the photo block onto the striped paper. I like to continue something close to the photo block onto the background paper, so that it's a transition, sort of making the edge of the photo block less obvious. Now I'm making that pole a little bit longer, and that means that I have a little edge there. You can see that there are two pieces, but I will eventually put a little piece of twine bow on top of that gap so that it is less obvious. And you know me and twine bows, it's something special. I love to put twine on my pages. Now I need a title, and I'm going to write visitors from home, and that's I thought about just writing something about visitors or unknown people or something like that. Here in Sweden we call visitors like almost like unknowns, but these aren't really unknowns, but I thought that would be a fun wordplay, like familiar unknowns. But I went with visitors from home, and I'm also going to place some of those lovely die cuts from the By the Sea collection onto the page. I'm going for the sailing boat, and later I will also add a little anchor. The stickers here are from my last haul. They are really pretty, white with silver stripes, and I'm adding a hashtag there to make it a little bit longer, because I thought the word visitor was just way too short. But anyway, I'm really happy about the font, and I'm happy about the decisions that I made about the title. And here is the part from home, spelled with the alpha stickers from the collection on silver on navy blue. This is a really important symbol for the coast, and I have never used it before in my scrapbooking, so I think that I can afford to use it some more, because there are several kinds of this navigation marks, and I think that I can use the idea some more. Now I'm finishing off the project with some twine, and I'm going to make that twine into a little wave below the boat, and I thought that was really charming. and that anchor there in silver made everything together go together, and it also put a little more weight in that lower right corner. Here's the finished project, and I'm very pleased, and it gives just the right feeling that I wanted for this project. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon again. Take care. This is Åsa. Bye!